In this video today, we'll be looking at how to use the generative expand feature inside of Affinity. So before beginning, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please hit the subscribe button for more helpful tips and tricks related to Affinity. And if you want to follow along with this tutorial, please find the link for the image in the description. Now with that said, let's get started with the video. So before applying a generative extend feature in Affinity, first of all, this feature is only accessible if you are a pro Canva AI subscriber and you need to get a subscription if you like to use this AI feature as well as other AI features inside of Affinity. So now we'll simply navigate below and first of all open our Finder window in order to fetch our image. So right now we have our image. So I'll simply click and drag our image inside of our Affinity UI. So after dragging and dropping it, now you can see that we have successfully opened our image. Now in order to access the generative extend feature in Affinity, unlike other professional image editing tools, Affinity has not provided the access to the generative extend feature through the crop tool. However, we can access the generative extend feature by navigating to the top and selecting the Canva AI Studio. And from the Canva AI Studio, we can use the generative extend tool to extend our image. So for that, first of all, I'll simply zoom out our image and I'll use the shortcut key of Command minus in order to zoom out our image. And if you're using Windows, you can use the shortcut key of Control plus minus in order to zoom out. And after you have zoomed out, the next thing we can do now is in order to access the generative extend feature, we can simply navigate to the left and we can simply select the tool called Generative Expand tool. So after selecting the Generative Expand tool, now in order to use the Generative Expand tool, it is pretty much simple and easy. We only need to simply click on the point right here and then drag it like so. And after dragging, if we are satisfied with this particular proportion where we want to generate our image, then we can simply let go of our mouse and then simply navigate to the top and click on expand. However, let me undo. So after undoing, if we want to expand our image proportionally from both of the directions, then we can simply click on this particular point and then by holding the command key on our keyboard or control key if you're using Windows, now we can proportionally expand our scaling from both the directions. So after we are satisfied with this particular size, let us simply let go of our mouse. And now in order to expand our image from both of these directions, we can simply navigate to the top and click on the expand button. So now you can see that Affinity is processing further. So let us give a moment in order to process. And for now, I'll simply skip it to the end to complete the generation. So now you can see that our generation has been completed and it has successfully generated the details on both of the sides of our image. However, one thing you can notice here by now is that the generative expand feature in Affinity is not quite perfect yet. And we can clearly observe this by simply zooming in. So I'll use the shortcut key of Command and plus in order to zoom in to our image. And if you are using Windows, you can use the shortcut key of Control and plus in order to zoom in. And after zooming in, let's use the spacebar key in our keyboard to access the hand tool. And after accessing the hand tool, let us pan on the left first. And you can clearly see here that although the extended portion of our image has been generated, it is quite pixelated and the resolution is very low. So this is the core problem right now when generating different images as well as portions inside of Affinity, which you can observe on the right of our actual image and on the left of our generated image where there is a day and night difference in the resolution. So there's also an option called Super Resolve where we can simply increase the resolution of the generated images or extended images. So if you click on it, you can see now that our enhanced generated image is being processed or our super resolution feature is now being processed. And now you can see that it is trying its best to improve the resolution to some extent. However, the super resolve feature is still not yet perfect for this feature to generate or extend our image. So on the right, you can also see the variation box where we can prompt further in order to generate more variation of our image. So for now, let us simply prompt it by saying that generate the missing areas in a high resolution format. So let us explicitly give the instruction inside of the prompt box to generate our images in high resolution or extend our image in high resolution. So after writing in the prompt, we'll simply navigate below and click on generate more variation. And now you can see that it is again processing to generate the extended version of our image. So I'll simply skip this time as well to the end of the generation. So now you can see that it has successfully generated or extended our image. However, the issue still persists in terms of the resolution of the generated part of the image. And like before, if we click on the super resolve feature again and check, now let's see how it will work. So I'll simply skip this time as well at the end of the video. So now you can see that this time as well, it has tried to fix the issue of resolution. However, if we look and compare to the right and left and check the comparison, then there is a night and day difference. So the bottom line is Affinity still needs to fine-tune its AI models to generate a much more profound results in terms of its AI features. So now I'll simply navigate and then close the variation box. And now in order to get a full picture or view of our image, I'll use the shortcut key of Command +0 in order to fit our canvas to the screen. And if you're using Windows, you can also use the shortcut key of Control +0 in order to fit your canvas or image to the screen and get a full view of your image. So this is how you can work with the generative expand feature inside of Affinity right now. And the next thing that we can also now notice is if we look carefully, then the highlights is also not matching, and there's a day and night difference in terms of highlight as well in our actual image on the right and the generated image on the left, where the generated image on the left is much more darker or has a dark ambience, while the actual image is quite brighter compared to it. So this is also the next difference that must be fixed. However, I hope in this video you understood how the generative expand feature works inside of Affinity now, and I also hope that the Affinity team will fix this issue in the future. If you find this video helpful, please click on the like button, and for more helpful tips and tricks related to Affinity, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching this video and see you on the next one.